Welcome to another episode of Asset Pilot, and in this case we are going to be featuring the asset depreciations, audits, maintenance, asset disposals, usage logs and maintenance alerts. So immediately an asset is created under asset depreciation, it will be automatically be logged in here in this section. So once an asset is created, you'll find its record under asset depreciation, and the default for the system is 60 months period depreciation time for each asset, which is editable. The purchase cost is also loaded. The depreciation method is straight line, and there's also an option to add a residual cost and the current depreciated value. This is subtracted from the time when the asset was created on the system. So this asset, the purchase cost was 20,000 Kenya shillings. The current depreciated value is at 19,994. So this asset was created today at around 12:30 p.m. So there are certain elements that we're going to edit to match the preference of the company. So in this case, the residual value, this is the value of the asset at the end of its useful life. How much are you going to be disposing this asset at, the price that you're going to be disposing the asset at. So in this case, this is an office chair that was bought at around 20,000 Kenyan shillings. It will be roughly around 3,000, and the replacement cost, it will be cost around, let's say, 23,000 by the end of 5 years. When you click on save on changes, so all those records will populate, so you'll be able to see the period in months. You can also change the period in months, whether to 12 months, 24, 26, depending on your preferred depreciation duration. The method is only one, straight line. The end of life, you can also change the end of life. It has been strictly set to 5 years, but you can change it. Then you can add your replacement cost. Then there's an edit section and delete section, a review section. Then as well, you can export according to the columns that you want to view. Also, you can view reports in your PDF. You can select maybe fully depreciated assets. If you want to view such a report, and when you click, you find that their total records are 2. The total value, you'll get the total depreciated value, fully depreciated, and the total purchase cost as well. So the total current value is also, it will also automatically calculate it for you. Then we can move over to the audit section. So here you can conduct a new audit for each asset. So you click on new audit, select the asset to be audited. The asset name, asset tag, and the serial number present will auto-populate. Also the location and the quantity as well. Then after you perform the audit, you're going to mark whether it's good, fair, or damaged, or bad. Add the audit status, whether it's complete, pending, or missed. And also the notes. You can add the notes of the audit section, and also upload image of the asset being audited so as to monitor the condition of the asset at the time of audit. And you can add up to 5 images if you have them. So you can create a new audit record as well. So all the audit records list will be found here, and they can be exported to an Excel file, as well as you can view PDF reports of the audit if you want to. That's how the PDF report will look like. Then next up, we're going to look at asset disposal. because usage, logs, maintenance are intertwined. So let's work with asset disposal first of all. So when you're creating a new asset disposal, what you have to notice that once a record has been created and completed, the asset status will automatically be changed to disposed. So let us look at one. Let us work with this office chair. Once you select the asset details will populate with the information. The disposal method, so maybe if it is stolen, if it is lost, or we are selling it out. For example, let's say we are selling it out, it was sold to a user, so you'll have to enter the disposal value at the time of disposing it. Maybe it was disposed it at 18,000. And the purchase price for this asset was 20,000, so it will populate to you your net gain loss at the time of disposing this asset. If you're selling it, you'll add the invoice number, you'll add the buyer's name and the buyer's contact as well. If it's lost or damaged beyond repair as well, we'll just add the invoice number for the purchase if it is lost as well. So depending on the disposal method, and it will calculate for you the net gain loss. Then you can add the disposal documents and evidence and the reason for disposal. So the images evidence should be added and the disposal documents. So, and the notes as well, you can add the notes. So the status, you can leave it as it is pending approval. Then the user with the right to approve, the permissions to approve, will be able to come and review, and they'll be presented with an approve or a reject button. So if we go to this asset office chair with the asset tag FUR007, so if we go to that asset, here it is. The status as of now reads available, but once the disposal has been approved, and then marked as completed, if you go to that asset, so it was the office chair with asset tag FUR007. You can see the status has changed to disposed, and also all the edit, the dialog buttons have been hidden. So the only thing that can be performed on this asset is to view. You can only view its details. Then let us go over to usage logs. So on the usage log, this is where you calculate the frequency of the asset. If a vehicle has traveled for 20 kilometers a day, the trip can be recorded and logged over time. So if the threshold is 2,000 kilometers and it has been reached, a maintenance alert will be created, and then a maintenance record will clear the alert. So let us add 2,000 kilometers for the Toyota Axio. Assuming this vehicle has traveled 2,000 kilometers, though the numbers will add up accordingly. Even if you add 20 kilometers, 5 kilometers, 3 kilometers, they will accumulate until they arrive at the maintenance threshold. Then you can add the notes as well. So the record has been created, the usage log. Here it is on 24th. If you go under maintenance alerts, so it has not yet been populated. So let us add another some more kilometers, let's say 4,000 kilometers. So remember earlier we added 2,000. So if we go to the list, you can see the record has been created. If we go to maintenance alerts, we're able to see there's an alert that has been created with the status not yet resolved. If we go over to the dashboard as well, under maintenance, so we can see we have we're notified that one asset is due for maintenance. Then if we go to the maintenance section, add a new maintenance for the Toyota Axio. So the maintenance type, maybe it's a scheduled one. Status, you can mark it as complete. You can select the vendor in case you bought maintenance part or accessories, the technician that performed the maintenance, the start date, and also the end date of the maintenance and how much the maintenance cost you. So once this maintenance record has been created for Toyota Axio on 24th, we have it over here. If we go back to maintenance alerts, it reads resolved, and if we go over to the dashboard under maintenance, we're able to see there is no asset that is due for maintenance and the completed maintenance is at 8. So thank you, and let's watch out for another episode for the procurement section.